Stephen Meade joins us in the New York studio with MonetaPro. Stephen, good to speak with you today.
Thank you.
So MonetaPro is a blockchain company, specifically a B2B platform. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, MonetaPro actually, it's what's called a closed loop payment system, which is a technical way of saying it's a glorified marketplace. $17 trillion industry of what's called corporate barter or global trade. And most of this activity is done offline manually. We've built an enterprise level platform, almost like I don't want to play it down, but almost like a glorified Amazon.
So it allows businesses to buy and sell products. Instead of receiving cash, sellers receive credits. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we call it a sell for credit exchange. It's really taken traditional barter, which exists globally. It's existed since the beginning of time. And barter says if I give you something and get a credit, I can go buy something else. We've built an enterprise level solution. So a company like Ford, rather than trading cars for computers, can sell cars, earn credits, use the credits to go buy assets from somebody else within their supply chain.
And what kind of credit is being used for these transactions?
Well, what we created is called a G-Buck, because around the world, everybody in the world knows the dollar is called a buck. But it's an acronym. It stands for a general business usage credit, and it doesn't really mean anything. Again, think of a store credit. If you had a store credit in Amazon or Macy's, it's a credit that only exists in that system. It's equal to $1. It doesn't fluctuate. It can't be stolen. So we've built an internal ledger credit. It's not a blockchain or crypto credit. It's just a tracking. It acts actually like a currency. We don't like to call it a currency, but it technically acts like a currency or a payment credit. I sell you something, I earn a credit value, I use that value to go buy something else.
Tell me more about the upsides of doing that.
So again, $17 trillion industry, $7 trillion in the US, 72% of Fortune 500 companies participate. And the question a lot of times is why, if it's so complicated and difficult? Let's use the example of a car company. It could be Ford, GM, it could be any car company in the world. You have $1 million of cars left at the end of the year. What is your option? Discount it on the lot, right? Mark it down 20%. You just lost 20% of your value. Sell it, you just pay taxes on it. And you killed your distribution channel because the guy that might have bought the 2018 model just bought the 2017 at a loss. And if you needed computers, you're going to go spend $1 million to buy computers. In the trade world, I trade you $1 million worth of cars. I didn't discount them, I didn't sell them. I acquire $1 million worth of computers, so now it's a tax-free transaction. So I just got $1 million worth of revenue. I didn't discount, I didn't kill my channel, and I didn't spend $1 million to acquire the asset. The challenge is just difficult because you have to negotiate these trades one-to-one.
So now that you are working on that relaunch, what are your milestones ahead?
Well, software is pretty much almost done. So there's some final testing and things of that. We're lining up 6, 8, 10, what we call charter members or launch partners, big companies who already have a history of trading, that when they come on the platform, they can easily list assets, bring their supply chain on, and go to market. We're integrating blockchain in a very light touch way, but it adds value. If I'm a car company and I transfer cars to you, I don't technically sell them. Because I didn't sell them, my enterprise system and inventory didn't get updated. So we're using blockchain just to write an invoice that's a data set that company can then use to actually update their inventory or keep them in compliance if they're a public company.
Can you tell me more about those companies that you plan to launch with?
Yeah, so there's a lot of big ones. We've got long-standing histories, but companies like Caterpillar trades equipment into China for natural resources, so they'll send equipment down for coal. Hotel groups, things like Wyndham Hotels, trades hotels for airlines. Johnson & Johnson has reached out to us on some interesting things. Ford trades a lot of cars for computers. Samsung, Foxconn, really anything in media, entertainment, consumer electronics, we have really good relationships. And these companies are already doing this activity. We just have a potentially new way to automate the efficiency for them.
So as a blockchain business, where are you looking to place the company?
Yeah, we actually been looking around the world. We've got friends in Puerto Rico, Liechtenstein, Singapore. Where we've landed, we believe, is going to be Malta. There's some really fascinating things going on within Malta right now.
Can you tell me why that environment kind of?
Yeah, it was something actually. They've got a fantastic event coming up in October with the government called the Delta Summit. And we helped them create something called the 5 Pillars of Malta. And we're actually excited about it. It's these 1-hour sessions, but one of the pillars is personal tax. They've got corporate tax. They have some really amazing corporate tax structure. They just passed their crypto banking laws and their crypto blockchain laws. So they've got the crypto, they've got the banking in place, and then fascinating to me, it's an English-speaking EU country. So actually dealing with businesses, governments, ministers, banking, and technology programmers, it's all English-speaking. So you actually have the 5 pillars of building a company. There's nowhere else in the world we found that has all of those elements in one location with the government support pushing through each of those activities.
Very interesting, Stephen. Hopefully we'll be hearing a lot more from you from Malta.
Thank you.